But this tutorial is sponsored by Pacdora. Now, Pacdora is an online 3D packaging design tool that can help you create amazing markup from boxes to t-shirts. In fact, all sorts of markup you can get it from Pacdora, and it's very affordable. So to purchase Pacdora, use my promo code J20. When you use J20, you are going to get 20% discount. So let's get started. The picture. So you select any area of the picture. What you do is that you click on the color bucket, then you select any area here. So let's say you want to paint over this bright area. So we click here because we want this tone to cover this area. So we select it, then we click OK. Now we can paint over it nicely. So you could see that it's blended easily with it because it's already smooth brush. Then I'll reduce opacity. Alright, lovely people. So today we are going to learn how to use the brush tool. Now the shortcut for the brush tool is letter B. So when you click on B on the keyboard, the brush tool will pop up. Alright, now the brush tool is basically used for retouching and for painting and also for creating custom designs. Alright, so when you go to the top bar, so let's click on the brush tool. When you come here to the top bar, you click on it. You can change the size of the brush, bring it down. It's going to be small. So when you increase it like this, you get it very big. You bring it down like this, it becomes small. Now you can also increase the hardness of the brush, whether you want it hard or soft. So let's increase it to 100% the hardness. Then you see the effects of it. Now you can see that it's very sharp and hard. So this is the hardness of it. So when you go to the top bar again and decrease the hardness, you realize that it's going to be very soft. So this is basically the soft part of the brush. So we have the soft and you also have the hard part of it. Now another thing is that we also have the brush settings. So if you want to go to the brush settings, you come to the menu bar, you click on the window, then there is the brush settings here. You click on it. Now here, this panel, we have all sorts of brush kinds, varieties of the brush types here that you can pick from. So if you want this one, you click on it, then you paint to see the effects of this particular brush. Here too, you can adjust the size of the brush. Let's pick this one too. The effect of this, then the effect of that. So there's a lot of settings here that you can play with. Alright, now you can also create your own custom shape. How do you do that? Let's pick the brush tool to do the custom shape. Now let's decrease the size, then increase the hardness a little bit. So we are going to create our own custom brush. So let me draw something simple. Okay, that's fine. So what you do is that you go to edit, then you select define brush preset. You click on it, then you can name your brush. Okay, start leave it like that. So let's name it YY. Okay. Now as soon as you click on okay, you see that the brush have changed to the shape, and I can use it to paint or do pattern design. If you want to see where the brush is, just go to the windows, then you click on the brush settings to see that what you just created is part of the presets. This is it. So it has saved inside the preset. So anytime you need it, you can just come and pick it and use it for your work. If you want to change the color, just select color. If you want the red, pick the red, then use it for your work. So that's basically it. Alright, so for those using the graphic tablet or the drawing tablet, you have to turn on shape dynamics. This one, you turn on shape dynamics. So after turning on shape dynamics, you make sure you select pen pressure here, the control, all of them. Make sure you select pen pressure. I've selected them already. So with that, you can control the angle, the minimum diameter. Let's break it down a little. You can control the angle of it. The size and the shape. So those using graphic tablet, make sure always turn on the shape dynamics so it can give you more variety. Okay, now those who are into digital painting, the brush tool can be very effective. What you do is that, okay, let's create a new layer for it. Then we go and pick our brush tool. You make sure you pick the soft round option because you want it to be very soft. Then the opacity, you reduce it up to 10% or 20%. So let's do it 20%. Then we are going to paint over the picture. So you select any area of the picture. What you do is that you click on the color bucket, then you select any area here. So let's say you want to paint over this bright area. So we click here because we want this tone to cover this area. So we select it, then we click OK. Now we can paint over it nicely. So you could see that it's blended easily with it because it's already smooth brush. Then I'll reduce the opacity. You can reduce it more. Let's reduce the opacity. Sustain so that we blend. We don't want this highlight there. So the brush tool can be used effectively. Let's change the color. Let's pick the one here. Then we want to blend this area because we want the tonal effects to come to this area too. So we brush using our smooth brush tool. So if you are doing digital painting, the brush tool can be very effective by reducing the opacity and also by selecting the smooth or the soft brush option. So it's very good for retouching, and for painting, as you know already. So this is before and after. You see the before is very bright, then the after it's minimal with the brush tool. So the brush tool is very effective with this when we are doing digital painting. You can also lock the work that you've done. So if you don't want to destroy it mistakenly, you come here, make sure you select the layer, then you click on lock. So after clicking on the lock, realize that there's a lock icon here so that you don't mistakenly destroy your work. You can also go back and click the unlock, then you see it not there anymore. Alright, now you can also scatter brushes for textured effect. How do you do that? When you come to the brush settings, you click on the scattering. Now the scattering option comes, you will see that you can work on the level of scattering, then the number of it. So now that I've scattered it, if I come and I paint, you will see how the effects look like. You click and just scattering. You can change the color, then they give you this effects. Want to increase the scattering, increase it here. Let's change the color again to green, lemon green, then control scattering. You can also reduce the flow and opacity so that it will be minimal. You still see the scattering, but this time it's a little bit faint because I've reduced the opacity and the flow. So this can give you a very nice textured effect for your work or your background. If you want to design a background with a textured effect, you can do this. You can select any of the brush tips here to do the scattering. So I can use this. Let me increase the flow and opacity so that you can see the effect of it. Wow. So this is what the scattering can also offer you. Okay, let's create something with the scattering option. So we are going to create a custom brush. So let's click here, a custom shape tool. Then we come and pick okay, let's pick the flower. This one is okay, or let's choose this one. So we are creating a custom brush as I taught you. Now this is what we are going to create the brush from. Reduce the size a little, then you go to edit, brush presets, flower. Okay, now our brush preset is already done. So what we are going to do is that we are going to go to the brush settings to see it's already selected. That is it. So let's click on the scattering option, scatter it, or then we start to spray on our work nicely. You see that it's creating a very nice pattern. So you could use this for your background design. So you can create a custom shape, use the capturing option, then you create your design. A lot of beginners don't know this, so I'll give you a very great tip. Make sure you subscribe to Snapper for more tutorials. So see you next time. I'll be uploading almost every week. So stay glued, subscribe, and learn more. I'm out.